So today is the episode 2 of Ask Mzee. Just waiting for people to join. Just give me 2 minutes. Sit down. Got a bit late because I had to come back from the mosque after prayers. So today's topic is about what are the 3 books that you need to read to get started online. So why read books? Why not just get out there and, leave your day job, start your own business and, figure out everything on your own? You're welcome to do that. But, when people write books, they are distilling their experience and the failures that they had and the mistakes that they did. And they are condensing into a 100 or 200 page booklet. It's actually getting all of their experience and putting it together on a summary basis, right? So welcome everybody. Hey Larry, hey Samil Kafoor, Nimi, welcome guys. Comment below if you can hear me well. Is there any problems? Can you hear me? Can you guys comment? Hey Vijay Gopal. Hey Marek, Ricky, hi. So if you guys don't know Ricky is my voice coach. So he helps me to get a better voice. Fantastic guy. So I look out for mentors for everything. So thanks Nimi. Thanks Ricky. So Ali Nazir, hi. So today's topic, I'm sorry for repeating, today's topic is about the 3 books that you need to read to get started online. So the 3 books that I'm going to talk today is about the Brain Audit. It's by the author named Sean D'Souza. I've been following him for like more than 2-3 years now. I've been part of his inner circle. Fantastic guy. He's not very well known in the online space because he doesn't want to be known very much. He likes simplicity. He's a very simple guy. Sorry, I'm sweating a lot because it's very humid in Singapore. It's raining and it's very humid. So the first book is about Brain Audit by Sean D'Souza. And the second book is .com Secrets by Russell Brunson. He's the founder of ClickFunnels, if you've heard about it. The second one is .com Secrets by Russell Brunson. And the third one is Ask by Ryan Levesque. So why read books? You need to read. Why read books? Why do you need to read books? Why do you need to hire a mentor? Why do you need to hire a coach? Or why not jump straight into it and figure out everything on your own? It's because, it's the long way out. So there are 2 ways for you to learn anything in the world. Either you go and do it yourself, or you learn it first and then do it. So it's a simple thing, just like the story of the woodcutter, right? He sharpens his axe before he cuts the tree. The sharpening the axe is reading books and also hiring the mentors and coach. As I said, it's very humid here. I'm sweating a lot. So James Altucher, he's the author of the book Choose Yourself. It's a fantastic book, and it's a bestseller in the United States. So he says that it always takes more than 4 to 5 years for you to transition from one state to another. For example, if you're in a day job, then you want to start your own business, it's a huge transition. So it takes at least 4 to 5 years to have that transition. It's based on a lot of studies that he says. He just doesn't say it on his own. He's a fantastic guy. So the 5 years that takes for you to transition from one phase to the another in your life is really, really tough. And you need a lot of perseverance and resilience for you to go through this stage of 5 years. It is really difficult. Business is not for everybody. If you don't have the resilience and the tenacity and the persistence, don't try to start a business. It's really, really tough, right? Not everybody says it's tough. Everybody says, hey, make money online. You jump in there and then, give me $1,000, I get you started online and you can make 10,000 overnight. That won't happen, guys. So it's a very it's not. I mean, the mass market only knows of these get rich quick schemes that are out there. Most of them are scam. 99% are scam. 1% maybe true. I never came across that 1%. So whoever says that you can make money overnight, they are lying. Okay. So no, don't believe them. So Alaikum salam. So let me talk about the first book. It's The Brain Audit. The subtitle of the book is Why Customers Buy and Why They Don't. Right. So Sean speaks of this the story where he takes 9 bags from New Zealand, and I don't know. I'm not really exactly saying the same story, but it's pretty much the same. So he boards a plane with 9 bags, 9 red bags, and he arrives in San Francisco. So when does Sean go out of the airport? Comment below, please. So when does Sean go out? He boarded with 9 bags in New Zealand, and he arrives in San Francisco. When will he leave the airport? I need your comment. Hey, Jeremy, thanks for joining. Tasneem, thanks for joining. Sali Chacha, again, thanks for joining. So when will Sean leave the San Francisco airport? Will he leave with 5 bags or will he leave with 3 bags? I know there is a bit of delay. So anyway, I don't want to waste time. So Sean boards the airplane in New Zealand with 9 bags and he reaches San Francisco airport. When will he leave the airport? He leaves the airport when he gets all the 9 bags, right? He won't leave without getting all those 9 bags. Good question, Bracken. But anyway, so he leaves the airport only after he gets... Sorry, there was a little bit of cut. So he leaves the airport only after he gets all the 9 bags, right? So, what Sean, he's using those bags as a metaphor. When will people buy things from you? You need to remove all the 9 red bags from the airport. That's when they buy anything from you. So the 9 bags are, number 1, you should know what problem you're solving for your customer. Number 2 is the solution that you have. Number 3, who is your target market? So what is the target market? Target market is somebody, I think we spoke about this in episode 1. Target market is very, very important. Sean says that if he had a chance, he would put target market on the number 1. But anyway, not many people will understand what is the target market up front. So he went with the problem, right? So target market is very, very important. There is a lot of emphasis on target market. So I will go through in detail on target market in a later live stream. But today I will just stick to target market. I'll just summarize these 3 books, right? So the next one is the trigger. Why is your product different? Why should a person buy from you? That's the trigger. Okay. So the next bag is objections. What objections will your customer have? Right. The next one is how many testimonials do you have? How many others have you helped and what results do they have? So that's the testimonials part. And the seventh bag is guarantee. People want guarantees, guys. Like they're spending $10 or $100 or $200, whatever. They need a guarantee. Are you going to guaranteed solve their problem of not having a good voice, or solve their problem of having a huge fear, whatever? So the next one is risk reversal. What risk do they have? What risk do they have when buying something, right? So the risk may be attributed to spending a lot of money, or it could be that they're wasting time. They're taking like 1 year out of their life to take your course or read your book, or just spending 10 minutes. Like, is it worth the risk? And the ninth bag is uniqueness. How unique are you in the market? Why should I buy from Ahmed? Why can't you buy from Russell Brunson? Or why shouldn't you buy from Ryan Levesque or anybody, right? So this uniqueness is very important, right? So these are the 9 bags that has been mentioned in the Brain Audit. So whatever you sell online or offline, if you don't clear these 9 bags, you're not going to leave the airport, or your customer is not going to buy from you, right? So that's the Brain Audit. The next book is .com Secrets. So .com Secrets is written by this author named Russell Brunson. He's been in internet marketing for more than 20 years, I believe. He looks like a young guy, like a 17-year-old guy. I don't know what's the secret for that, but he only revealed his secrets to having a good business online, right? So his book .com Secrets is the summary of 2016 or 2015, right? I think it came out in 2015. So it's the summary of whatever has existed online as of 2015, right? So it's a really, really good program for you to start selling online. So the principle behind the book is that everybody speaks about their website. Everybody has a website, but everybody thinks that it's traffic that's the problem. You know, the traffic means the visitors who visit the website. Everybody thinks that the traffic is always the problem. But what Russell says is that it might not be the traffic that's the problem, but rather it would be your website itself or the funnel itself, right? So that's what .com Secrets is about. So Russell says that your funnel is the problem. So he explains that, hey, Vijay, thanks for joining. Wasim, thanks for joining. Yusuf Bhai, thanks for joining. Ong Si Kwan, thank you for joining. Alejo, thanks for joining. So, yeah, so funnel principle. So .com Secrets starts with the funnel principle. What is an online funnel, and why should you use an online funnel? So what is a funnel? So that's specifically what is there in the first chapter of the book. And the second thing that .com Secrets teaches is that who, where, and the bait. So it's pretty much going back to Sean's book where he talks about the target audience, right? So the target audience is what Russell says who, and where is where they are here, where they are online. Okay. Alaikum assalam. Thank you for joining, Anmamacha. So who, where, and bait. So who is the target market? Where are they online? Are they in Instagram? Are they in Facebook? Are they in Twitter? Or are they in anywhere? Like, are they searching in Google? So it's pretty much figuring out where they are. And bait is pretty much like fishing your target audience, right? So what can you give to fish them from the pond where they are? So that's pretty much what Russell says, right? So what is a bait? Bait is usually a lead magnet or a PDF or an ebook or just a book, or maybe a seminar you can run where you can capture those audience from anywhere. Like so that's who, where, and bait. That's the basic principle of having a funnel online. And the third one is value ladder. So value ladder is something very common. It's been there in the offline businesses as well. A value ladder is defined as how do people ascend to spend more money with you, right? So usually everybody just joins, and they say, for example, the common thing in Singapore is they give a free facial for you, right? For the ladies, not for me, right? For the ladies, right? So they put up a stall in a mall and give out $10 vouchers to get a free facial. So they say that the actual facial is about $100, but just pay $10 to get that facial today. So many people buy that for the $10. What the facial, the beauty store gets is their contact number and their email address, and their address sometimes, right? So it's pretty much fishing their target market, right? They fished the women who are hanging out in the mall. So who, where, and bait. So they gave this as a bait, the facial, $10 facial instead of $100 facial, right? So the usual price is $100, but they paid $10 to get that exact same facial. So that's pretty much the bait. So there it starts. The value ladder starts from there, like $10, right? They spend $10, and then the next thing the company will do is that everybody knows that they will upsell to something, right? So once you visit there, they will either ask you to get a package for $400 or $500, which has like 5 facials or 6 facials, right? They will try once you finish the first facial, they'll ask you to, hey, are you interested to buy a 6-pack facial for $400 instead of $600, right? So they still give an offer and try to upsell them to a $400, right? So most people don't understand this. It's all about understanding the lifetime value of a customer, right? Not many people think about this lifetime value of a customer. Because of that, they fail to spend money to market their products. So in the book, Russell says that there is a quote by a popular business coach. I don't remember the name of the person, but it's more of like a whoever can spend the most gets the most business. For example, Coca-Cola, right? They have tons of money. They can spend whatever they want. Like they spend like hell lot of money in advertising, in lobbying, putting out research reports saying that sugar is good for your body and stuff, faking all the reports. So this is what Coke does. They can spend hell lot of money to capture the market and keep it with them. They are the leading ones. They sell about like billions and billions of Coca-Cola every single day because they are able to spend that money, right? So if you cannot spend that money, then you lose in that market. So if you start a new cola company tomorrow and then you can only spend $10 for advertising, you're not going to sustain in the market for long, right? Coca-Cola is ready to give their Coke for free in order to smash you in the market. So that's pretty much the concept of .com secrets. So the value ladder. Let's get back to the value ladder. So you started with a $10 facial, and then they try to sell you like a $400 upsell, which is like a 6 facial pack. And then after the 6 packs are over, then again they're going to sell, right? So if you look at the lifetime value of this customer, the lifetime value of this $10 facial customer, it's going to be like $10 plus $400 plus another $400, right? So a monthly ones, let's think that they took one facial every single month, right? So which means that the same customer who paid $10 for the free facial, like the cheap facial, which is like $100 offer, right? $10 for the $100 facial. They paid $10. They are ending up spending like $400 plus $400. That's $810. So look at that. If you just think that this person is going to buy $10 product from you, how much will you afford to spend? you might not spend more than $5 to acquire that customer, right? So that's the important concept. You need to think of your value ladder. Like, how can you stack up more offers to a customer that you acquire? So this $10 front end, that's the front end, and the back end is the $400 6-month 6 facial pack, right? And then again they're going to repeat by, given that the 6 times the company did a good job, they're going to get another 6 months back. So like that, within a year, the same customer who paid $10 in the front end is going to end up spending $810. So this is the concept of value ladder. You need to think of a customer's lifetime value. That is when you can know how much you can spend to acquire one customer. So when you look at a customer as an $810, they are going to produce an $810 revenue in this first year. They're going to be a customer of yours. You can happily spend $400 to acquire that. Because what if they stick for another year? You're going to make another $800, isn't it? So as long as you deliver a good customer service, they are going to stick with you forever. This is the secret behind companies that are running for more than 5-10 years, guys. They spend money to acquire customers. They don't go and look for cheap options. They spend money. That's why they acquire a lot of customers. That's why they can sustain in the market for a longer time, right? So the easiest way to sustain in a market or in business is to have a lot of cash flow. So how can you have a lot of cash flow? You need a lot of revenue, right? Costs and others are different, but as much revenue you can build in a business, you're going to be successful, right? So this is how successful companies build their businesses. They give a bait to acquire the customer, and then they build a value ladder behind it, so that they build a customer lifetime value over there. So other things that .com Secret speaks about is about personal branding, the importance of personal branding in running an online business, because there are a lot of people online, and a lot of people try to sell a lot of things. So how can you stand out? The easiest way to stand out is being vulnerable, right? So that's what Russell says, and most of the online experts now are really vulnerable. They talk about their story, their struggles that they faced in their life, and how they built their business, and why did they come across this product, and why did they build this product. They tell every single thing in their whole core story. So this, it's there in the book, how to build your core story and how to talk about why you built this business and why you built the product. So that's pretty much there. And then he talks about soap opera sequence. Soap opera sequence was built by Andre Chaperon. He's a pioneer in the internet marketing space. The soap opera sequence is all about writing a series of emails to convey your core story. So first, initially, you form your core story, and then you convey the core story over like 4 or 5 emails. So pretty much there is a summary of the Andre Chaperon's soap opera sequence course in the book. The next one is Seinfeld sequence. Seinfeld sequence is actually popularized by this guy named Ben Settle. He runs this newsletter called the Email Players, right? So these are like fantastic people and very ethical internet marketers out there. You should follow these guys, no matter what. So daily Seinfeld sequence is about how can you be on top of your customer's mind all the time. See, the customers are not going to buy immediately. They don't have the need. All you need to do is that, hey, here's the problem, and I have the solution. Whenever you want, come and buy my solution, right? So it's not an overnight decision. Sometimes they will make. So they will come back again. So the easiest way to keep them nurtured is through emails. So Seinfeld sequence is like sending 1 email every single day. Well, if you think that that's a lot, then think about emailing them once every week or twice every week. The more you keep your name remembered in their mind, the more there are more possibility that they are going to come and purchase from you. Yeah, are you with me? Are you with me, guys? Can you comment below? So, hey, Lily, thanks for joining. Preeti, thanks for joining. Musa Kaleem, hi. Aman, thanks for joining. Alim Bhai, thanks for joining. Larry, thanks for joining. So we saw about the funnel principle that's mentioned in the .com secrets. We saw what is who, where, and bait, what is about it. And then we saw about value ladders. We saw about the importance of personal branding for online and online sales, right? So then the next thing we saw about soap opera sequence and the importance of it, and then the daily Seinfeld sequence. Then he talks about funnel hacking. So funnel hacking, what is funnel hacking? Funnel hacking is nothing but going to your competitor and buying everything from them and figuring out how they are making sales online. Okay, so if I want to say, for example, if I want to start the next cola company, then I will go and study how is Coca-Cola doing it, right? They are the leaders in the market, or how is Pepsi doing it. So what I will do is that I'll go and listen. Okay, Coca-Cola is advertising in ESPN and in the Super Bowl or anywhere, like wherever they are advertising. That's where my target audience is. Right, so that's easy. That's the easiest shortcut way for you to figure out where the target market is. Figuring out where your competitors are advertising, where your competitors are posting. Right, so that's pretty much how you figure out the who and where. That's pretty much what he mentions as funnel hacking. You just go and buy everything end to end from your competitor to figure out what they are doing online, because it's working for them, right? So that's why they are in the space for a long time. So the next one is, so we spoke about it, like what is the front end and what is the middle offer and the back end offer. So .com secrets can actually set you up online to sell anything from a $10 ebook to a $100,000 program. Believe me, yes. There are people who are successful following the same exact formula to sell 100,000 and 1 million or $5 million products. Exact same principle. So it's a summarized version of all the online marketing things that are there in this world. Okay, and the stuff that works. It's not something that doesn't work, or Russell Brunson is not a newbie. So it's the best way. It's the best way to actually get started online and make sales. The third book is Ask. So Ask is a book written by Ryan Levesque. He's one of the gurus, or one of the very famous experts. So Ask Method was featured as the #1 book in New York Times. It's a best-selling book in the New York Times, and it was ranked as the #1 marketing book in 2015. It's a fantastic concept and a fantastic book. So in the book, it's all about your target market, being very relevant to your target market. That's what this book is about. Okay, so listen this, like I've been insisting upon this since the beginning. Your target market is really, 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 really important. Once you figure out that, you can know what you can sell to your people and what they like and what they don't like and what fears are they facing and what frustrations do they have in their life, right? So you're building a product for a problem. You're building a product for a problem. You're not building a product because you're passionate about the product. It will go wasted. There have been like hundreds and hundreds of products which were thrown in the dustbin because they didn't figure out who's their target market. Right? Hey Clara, thanks for joining. Yes, it's very important, Clara, to figure out the target market. Let me see if there are more comments. Brecken Shekil, so he says, interesting. Now I understand why they always give a free power bank at insurance stalls. Yes, you figured out, Brecken. So Shekil, the thing is, they give you that power bank to fish you because you are their target market, right? Don't fall for that if you don't want to get an insurance, right? So where were we? We were at ask method. So ask method says there is no such thing as one size fits all. There is a free size t-shirt, isn't it? Can it fit a lean fella? No, because you need a small size, isn't it? And then there is medium size, and then there's large size. It's there because there's nothing called one size fits all. Either it's going to be too tight or it's going to be too loose, the t-shirt, right? So there's no such thing as one size fits all. So the things that you will learn in .com Secrets and in the Brain Audit are really the foundation of online marketing, or the foundation of running a business itself. And the next thing, the ask method will give you more insights into how to figure out your target market, right? What questions you should ask to your target market to really understand what your target market really wants, right? And one more, the ask method actually starts from asking the single most important question. It's called SMIQ. If you have followed me, my posts, you would have seen that I asked a question. What is the number one challenge that you're facing when it comes to internet marketing and online marketing technology? That's the single most important question. So when somebody hears that question, what are they going to do? They're going to say what's on top of their mind, right? So all ask method asks you to do is that ask the same exact question to thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. They say that at least survey 500 people because you'll get 500 responses. And once you get those 500 responses, this is a very summarized version of the ask method. There is a lot into it, so I'm going to give you a very small summary of it. Right? So you ask the single most important question, and then once you have those responses, then you figure out the buckets, as Ryan calls it. Right? So buckets are nothing but it's exactly like small, medium, and large t-shirts, right? That's the very simple example that I can give you. So if you just walk across the street and then ask like, okay, what is the number one problem that you have when it comes to t-shirts? Oh, I have been always buying this, one size fits all t-shirt, and it never fit me. So then you ask, why didn't it fit you? It didn't fit me because my size is number 14. Okay, or the person will say that my size is number 15 or number 16. So what you do is that based on the 500 surveys that you will do, you will figure out 3 or 4 buckets maximum, right? 4 buckets, that's pretty much good enough. Don't go more than 4 because you will just complicate things for your business, right? So 2 to 4 buckets, that's pretty much it. So another example that I can take is that when it comes to presentation skills, what are the 3 buckets that you can take? It could be that I don't have a good voice, or it could be that I don't know how to put slides together, or it could be that I don't know what to put in the content, right? 3 buckets. So it's not that all, you cannot say that learn presentation skills and just give a one-size-fits-all solution for these 3 people, isn't it? It's these 3 people are expecting 3 different things. One is expecting how can I build a better voice, and the other one is expecting how can I build good slides, and the third one is expecting how can I build a good content. So this is a very simple example, like what are buckets. So ask method can give you ways to figure out these buckets and build a product that addresses these different buckets, and how to market them to your market, right? So to the to the different bucketed markets. So these 3 books are really, really the holy grail of internet marketing, right? So if you can, oh, I have more people joining in. Fazil, thank you for joining. And Hamida, thanks for joining. Anizaka, thanks for joining. Narayanan, thank you for joining. So these 3 books are the holy grail of internet marketing. You can do you can learn most of online marketing from these 3 books, and of course you can build 100,000 worth of business with this book. Okay, so let me look for the questions that I had today. I didn't get time to put it together. So there were 2 questions asked by people. Do you have any questions? You can just comment below, please. And I would appreciate if you could share this live video to your audience, because I can reach more people and help more people. So I'm looking for the questions. Question, Larry. Larry asked me, I want to do reply tracking, but don't want the ugly reply back link. Is there some integration I can use to link my mail client to ActiveCampaign? You don't need ActiveCampaign or MailChimp to get reply tracking. If you're using Gmail, good, Dr. V. So yeah, cut it down to 4, and pretty much you need to address those 4 buckets individually, right? So the question is, the question asked by Larry is, how do you do reply tracking? So there are 2 tools which are available. One is follow up. I'll comment those later. Follow up. Follow up is one, and another one is what is that? It's a HubSpot sales tool. HubSpot sales email tracking. So the tool's name is Sidekick. So Sidekick is a tool that you can install to your Google Chrome, and when you use Gmail, it can actually put a pixel in, and then whenever they open it, you get a notification that they opened it, and then you can actually make sure that they really read your email or not. Okay. So the other tool that I mentioned is Follow Up. I'll give you the link later on. The other question is, what's an easy way to create images that span 2 rows or columns on a landing page? You want an arrow pointing down, but half of it should be on the column on top. Or Canva.com. You know, that's the best tool out there. You don't have to go for any other tools there. Like it's really a fantastic tool. Canva.com. Go to Canva, and there are like hundreds of templates that you can use to build an image for using online. So just Canva.com. So yeah, any other questions, guys? Please comment below, or else I can finish this now. Are you loving my content? What do you think of my content? I mean, in a landing page. I don't understand, Larry. Okay, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. I'll handle it later with you personally, Larry. So, if you liked my content, give me a heart, you know, just look below in your comment. You can have likes and hearts. If you like my content, click on heart. Any tips for transitioning the career from developer to an internet marketer? Read these 3 books, Shakil. That's exactly what I mentioned. Read these 3 books. 4 words. Right, so what else? Any other questions? Thank you, Clara. Heck yeah, thank you so much. And Larry, awesome sauce. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Clara. Thank you so much. Fantastic. I'm gonna give a small summary and then close this live stream today. So we looked at why read books and why get courses and why hire a coach or a mentor. And why not jump straight into the business and figure everything out? So it's the way that you're finding the shortcut instead of figuring out everything yourself. So I mentioned about James Altucher. He said that it takes 4 to 5 years for you to transition from one state to another. Sorry, my hair is like crap because it's very sweating and it's very humid in Singapore. It was just raining. So James Altucher said, choose yourself. He's the author of the Choose Yourself book. So he said like 4 to 5 years that it takes to transition your state from one to another, right? So what you get as a shortcut when you read books and hire coaches or mentors is you get the shortcut to get the mindset, to get the resources, to get the connections, to get the capability that you will need to be the person who you want to be. Right, so it's the shortcut. You can cut short 4 to 5 years in your life. So that's exactly why you should read books. And then I talked about 3 books that you will have to read to get started online. One is The Brain Audit by Sean D'Souza, and number 2 is .com Secrets by Russell Brunson, and number 3 is Ask by Ryan Levesque. So we looked at the 9 bags mentioned in the Brain Audit, the problem, solution, target market, the trigger or the hook, and objections, testimonials, guarantees, risk reversal, and uniqueness. And the next one we saw was about .com Secrets. It's pretty much a book that you can learn how to sell anything from $10 ebooks to $100,000 or $1 million programs online. It's true. So the book actually talks about who, where, and bait. So I spoke about the concept of giving a free $10 facial, or $100 facial is given for like $10 in the mall to the ladies, and then they go in and get that facial, and then they are upsold to like $400 package for 6 months, and then once they finish the 6 months, another $400, right? So yeah, sure, I'll put down in the comments the books and the link to buy it, right? So the 400 and 400. So altogether, the one customer, they got it from the mall, is going to spend like $810. So if they just thought about the $10 product that they are selling in the front end, they would spend like $5 to acquire that customer, which it's not possible for you to open a stall in a mall. It costs a lot. So why they do that is because they think about the long-term opportunity they have. Like, they are going to spend $810, so they can spend at least $200 to acquire that one customer, right? And we spoke about different sequences like soap opera sequence and daily Seinfeld sequence. Then we talk about we spoke about funnel hacking, how to figure out where your market is and what they really want by spying on your competitors legally. Okay. So go and buy their products and look at what they are doing in the front end, back end, and what they teach you in the middle. So you just figure out that and then come up with your own version. Don't copy it, you'll get sued. So then we spoke about front end, the middle of the funnel, and the back end funnel. And the third book we looked at is Ask Method. So it's pretty much the philosophy that nothing fits all. Right, so there is no one-size-fits-all solution. So you need to figure out what your market really wants and put them into different buckets. Like we spoke about, like putting them into 2 to 4 buckets because it's pretty much like having a small-size T-shirt and a medium-sized T-shirt and the large and the XL T-shirt, or more buckets, right? Like double XL or triple XL. So when you do that, it's more specific to the person who is looking to buy such products. So if you look at that, very good example is Panadol. If you go to a pharmacy, you will find 5 or 6 varieties of Panadols. Everything is paracetamol, guys. It's just they label it as, you know, cold and flu, fever, for babies, and for you know, for headache, and you know, those are buckets. Panadol just puts it into 4 different buckets, like flu, cold and flu, and headaches, and normal Panadol, right? Everything, if you look at the ingredient, it's just paracetamol and caffeine, nothing else. So that's exactly what Ask method teaches you, how to come up with such buckets. All right, so we have come to the end of the live stream today. Thanks for joining. I have more than 10 people who joined live. I think it was speaking to about 20 people. Thank you so much, and it's a privilege for me to teach you these stuff, and I look forward to my next session. It will be on Wednesday, same time. Parvati, thank you for joining. So yeah, you guys can catch the replay, whoever joined later. So I summarized in the end of the live stream what I taught. Right. Thank you for joining. I'm going to close the live stream. Bye-bye.